I had many questions during my reactions to WoW cinematics. So hopefully this video is going to give me some answers. Hello, Arthas. I'm like, is he a bad guy? And people are like, girl, like, you know, dark, spiky armor, like horns and glowing eyes. And she's like, are we the bad guy? Like, I don't know. What if he's just misunderstood? What if? The presumption of innocence. This is no Warhammer 40k. Presumption of innocence exists.
The true story of Arthas, the Lich King. Alright, so you guys heard a lot about Illidan. Let's move on to Arthas. Okay, so Arthas was the Prince of Lordaeron and was born in a city called Capital City. Yeah, you heard me right. I guess Blizzard just couldn't think of any good names for the capital of Lordaeron, whatever. Anyway, Arthas pretty much grew up as a spoiled little brat. He got everything he wanted. He even got a horse that he named in...
I thought this was gonna be a serious video. You can't do a serious Arthas video in 5 minutes. I don't know.
He even got a horse that he named Invincible. 3 guesses what happens to the horse. So because Arthas is such an impatient little dickweed, he pretty much rides Invincible out one day while it's snowing. The horse slips as it tries to jump over some whatever, and then it breaks its legs and Arthas has to kill it with his sword. Ooh, boo-hoo. It's not like your dad can afford 1 million more horses for your royal ass to ride. Now after Arthas recovers from the tragic loss of his horse, he goes to become a paladin. And a paladin is pretty much a warrior that can cast spells. So pretty much a warrior if a warrior was actually fun and interesting to play in World of Warcraft. So Arthas then gets the hots for a blonde girl who lives down the street in a city called Dalaran. Her name is Jaina Proudmoore, and she's pretty much the most one-dimensional thing since... something one-dimensional. But anyway, I guess she had like a big booty or something because Arthas falls in love with her. One day when they're teenagers, they bang each other, they fall in love or something, there's some creepy blood elf guy who stalks them around named Kelthus, and everything seems pretty cool, aside from the creepy blood elf. That is, until the day that the undead came. Lordaeron had always been a pretty dope and swag place, but suddenly, all these dead people started to come to life and scare people, and it wasn't even Hollow's End. Arthas and friends go out to investigate, and they learn that the plague was started by some guy named Kel'Thuzad, who Arthas kills. Then they realize that Kel'Thuzad worked for some vampire monster, so Arthas decides to kill him too. Now one day on his never-ending quest to kill Nosferatu, Arthas realizes that one of the big cities of Lordaeron, Stratholme, is tainted by the Scourge and its grain, and he's forced to make a decision. Either kill all of the innocent people before they turn into evil and...
Oh my god, I'm sorry. Warcraft looks so funny. Like, I remember the times when this game was the shit, when it looked like the shit, the fucking most desirable game to play by everyone, because it was Blizzard. Oh my fucking god, and now it looks so funny. Now it looks so cute. I never played the actual campaign. I just played the, the ones what are those called? The multiplayer maps. Frozen Throne. Never played through the single player campaign. Oh, custom maps. That was a lot of fun.
Dead and start killing innocent people and spreading the plague. Or, well, there really wasn't any other option, so Arthas did nothing wrong. So Arthas proceeds to kill all of the innocent people, which really pisses off Jaina and Arthas' teacher, Uther the Lightbringer. He's that asshole in Hearthstone with that mysterious challenger card, if you don't know who he is. But in the end, he does end up reaching Dracula, who tells him to meet him in Northrend, because why not? He likes snow. Arthas decides to chase him, and this really pisses off a lot of people since everyone thinks he's crazy now. In Northrend, Arthas finds a magic rune blade called Frostmourne that totally wasn't cursed in any way, shape, or form. He kills Nosferatu, and then he wanders off into the snow to never be heard from again. That is until he came home, murdered his father, destroyed his entire kingdom, and pretty much became a super awesome badass. To just prove that he's such a badass, he goes and destroys the entire High Elf kingdom up in Quel'Thalas because he was sick of their shit, and he had to bring Kel'Thuzad back to life since, well, Arthas didn't have any friends. He corrupts a thing called a Sunwell, which nobody cares about. A bunch of elves are really sad, which is awesome. And that's pretty much it. And did I mention that after getting that cursed rune blade and becoming a super cool undead guy, he brought his horse Invincible back to life because
didn't have
he
any
needed
friends.
a horse to ride or whatever. So fast forward a bit, and Arthas is told he needs to save his new master, the Lich King, from a fish lesbian, a beta night elf who hasn't been laid in over 10,000 years, and that creepy blood elf that used to follow him and Jaina around when they were younger. Arthas goes back to Northrend, he builds up a huge army of undead, he decimates the armies of the fish lesbian and the creepy blood elf stalker guy, and then he proceeds to cut the dick off of the beta night elf who calls himself Illidan. He then climbs up the frozen throne, puts on the Lich King's hat, and becomes the new Lich King, making him even more of a badass. So pretty much, Arthas is the most badass character ever with the most badass backstory ever. Sort of. That is, until Wrath of the Lich King, where Blizzard turned him into a whiny, no-good moron who didn't have a single strategic thought in his entire head. After every encounter or battle that we had with the Lich King in Northrend, he would just say, "Haha, losers, I'll get you next time," and then he would run away like a little bitch. It's pretty dumb, I admit. After Arthas loses pretty much complete control over Northrend, a bunch of heroes and an old perverted man attack Ice Cream Citadel. The old man gets frozen in an ice cube for the entire fight, and a handful of random heroes manage to take down the Lich King. Oh, wait, hold on, sorry. Actually what happened is all the heroes are killed at the last second, and then the old man pops out of his ice cube and saves the day instead. Oh. So Arthas dies all dramatically, sees his dad one last time, whose fingers kind of look like sausages, and then a random character that no Horde player gave a damn about becomes the new Lich King. But you see, this Lich King, he's on fire. Ooh, how original. And, that's pretty much it. That's the story of Arthas.
I want to watch more of these. Oh my god. This was amazing. But yeah, I was thinking that it was actually a serious piece of lore. Thank you for being here with us today. I appreciate you guys coming from YouTube to Twitch and checking out the stream. I never thought that so many people would who found me through YouTube would come to Twitch. And, you know, this is amazing. Thank y'all so much. Like, just y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. Join the Discord. Thank you so much for watching, and a special thanks to the members of our channel for their support. Thank you so much.